Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Investments Limited, and I speak to all of you all this Monday morning at around about 10 o'clock. Moment up on the upside, Friday's move continued, and we are trading at very crucial levels, make or break. 25,800 to 26,000 remains to be a zone wherein you have profit booking coming in thick and thin, and that's exactly where we are trading, somewhere close to about 25,800. So broadly, this range bound trade is likely to continue at least for this week, and unless and until we have a decisive close about 25,800, the next level is 26,000, and then crossover of 26,000 will lead us to somewhere close to about all-time highs that we've seen. But broadly, there is going to be a range in the market, 25,500 to 25,600 on the lower side, and 25,800 to 26,000 on the higher side, where we are trading right now. Stock specific moves on fallback of earnings, on fallback of news flows, on fallback of trade deal announcement, etc., will definitely be hogging the limelight. So you need to be very, very stock specific, friends. And in terms of market, just wait out to see if we are getting a closing about 25,800 today. If we get that, then I think a little bit more momentum towards 26,000 cannot be ruled out. India VIX is up about 2.18% at 12.21, though it is down considerably compared to what we've seen last week, elevated levels. And in fact, these are the zones where a comfort level comes in. USD-INR 90.56 rupees to $1, and a strength of 0.09 paise. And on the crude oil front, Brent is quoting at about $67.40 to a barrel, and NYMEX is trading at about $62.97 to a barrel. Downtake after the calm and coolness in the Middle East region and the trade talks, or rather the settlement talks between US, Iran, Israel, Russia, etc., what has happened last week. Though there was no concrete evidence, but at least there are no negative outcomes also. So that's a good positive sign. On the earnings front, friend, we have fared quite well. There are no negative surprises. That is the big surprise on the positive side, and whatever remains to be seen this week, because this week, friends, happens to be the last week of Q3 earnings. We will see curtains down after this week, and then we'll be talking about other triggers. And of course, the next earnings season, that is the fourth and the last quarter for this financial year. So whatever we've seen up till now and whatever remains, very few companies that remains, not few, in fact, there are quite a lot of companies that will come out the numbers this week. So at least there is no negative surprise, is the big positive surprise. So, and of course, news related to global news flows, trade related, geopolitical related, will keep the markets in some kind of direction. In terms of credit policy, last week, as anticipated, status quo, but the stance from the governor was extremely accommodative, and he also mentioned not once but multiple times that as and when it is necessary, steps will be taken, liquidity will be provided, etc., etc. So overall, the market sentiments remains to be a little bit on the positive side, and our sell side number from the FIIs have gone down. There has been some slight positive figures, and domestic institutions. This is the first time, in fact, friends, I was reading one report that the domestic institutionals have taken over foreign institutional investment in terms of their investment in the Indian equity market. Rightly so, of course, the kind of selling that we've seen from the FIIs right from October 2024 till today. So this had to happen, and it has happened. And my sense is that as and when they come back, when they decide to come back, there's going to be a lot of liquidity that will be coming in, and that creates another problem. Excess liquidity chasing a few sectors or stocks also leads to valuation bubble, etc. So need to be careful, but overall positive signals. So these are the kind of markets, friend. Of course, you are a trader, you need to be careful. If you're an investor, you need to have opportunities in mind in terms of investment idea. And as always, we give you two opportunities. So first one is, in fact, this theme is basically based with the announcement of India-US trade deal. Of course, the detailed contours are not yet known. We'll know in some time. But keeping in mind this deal and the likely possibility, and even otherwise, these companies have done well. First company is automobile ancillary and a defense-related play called Bharat Forge. So positivities in terms of domestic market, positivities in terms of trade deal, auto ancillary is likely to do well. And as we all know, Bharat Forge happens to be one of the largest suppliers of Class 8 truck chassis to the United States, and economical recovery will lead to more demand coming in. So first investment idea, okay, one more disclosure, of course, that all investment ideas that I'm sharing with you on this Geojit Spotlight video, in this Geojit Spotlight video, are recommendations from our fundamental research team. Our company Geojit or myself, we do not have any kind of investment interest, no financial interest, no conflict of interest, but we give advice to our clients on similar lines they might have their investment interests. The first one is, of course, Bharat Forge. The second one is a mid-cap IT company called Coforge. This company made an acquisition some time back on IT platforms, and that was the time when we saw a little bit of concern because the market was surprised with the kind of valuation that it paid. But nevertheless, with the kind of revolution that we are witnessing and the changes that we are witnessing in the Indian, and not only Indian, in the entire global IT arena with respect to AI, with respect to tools, with respect to Gen, etc., etc. So correction came in, and of course, post that AI tool Anthropic that was introduced, we saw a huge sell-off in the US market, translating a cascading effect into our markets. But we see opportunity over here because we don't see it as a big negative for the Indian IT companies. So the second investment idea on the fundamental side is Coforge. Friends, start at current levels. Don't put all the money at one time. First, understand it, do a little bit of homework, and once you are convinced, start initiating with a small capital getting allocated towards these two companies, and on dips, you can gradually add on to it. Thank you very much for your patience hearing. I'll see you again next week. Till then, please do take care of your health. Bye bye.